Like this.
John Carter! SGC here. This week, John Carter finally came out. So a short intro. I actually found out about John Carter, the character, through various comics that I see on stands. Since John Carter, Warlord of Mars, were always on the stands. And I was like, who is this guy? And then I found out that there was a movie coming up about him. So this is directed by Andrew Stanton, who directed things such as Finding Nemo and Wall-E. John Carter is his first live-action debut. The movie runs about 132 minutes, which is 2 hours and 22 minutes. The movie is based off the first volume of a 11-volume series by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Storyline: John Carter tries to find a pot of gold. Instead, he stumbles onto some craziness and ends up in Mars. He wants to go home, but he gets tangled up in all these affairs of some Mars inhabitants. Cast: Taylor Kitsch as John Carter. I never seen him in anything before, but in X-Men Origins Wolverine, he was Gambit. I actually forgot about that. He didn't really act in the movie, so I can't really judge on his acting. In John Carter, as John Carter, he was alright. Nothing that special. Very trustworthy, and his romantic interest was kind of strange, and it really started abruptly, I think. Like, did he fall for her because she was the first human he saw on Mars? Or not even... Well, she's not really human, or humanoid on Mars. Maybe people were like that back in the American Civil War period. Oh, by the way, he's also in the upcoming Battleship movie without his long hair and beard, which I will miss because it just looks strange because I'm so used to his John Carter look now. Next we have Lynn Collins as Dejah Thoris, Princess of Helium.
Keeps me from dancing with the one I love.
She too was in X-Men Origins. She was Silver Fox. Call me stupid, but I don't remember or even knew that Silver Fox was in the movie. No judging on her acting. Again, she too was just alright, nothing that amazing or special. Her passion in saving her city and her falling in love was again kind of weird. I mean, like, strange that the princess of a city would be so gung-ho to save her city, but when there's really no one there to support her ideals and passion. She can fight very well with a sword, and she's a scientist and a warrior. Kind of strange mix there. Well, and it adds a bit of humor throughout the film. Mark Strong as Matthias Shang, leader of the Holy Therns.
A new power threatens to destroy our city.
Last I saw him was in Green Lantern. Again, he's playing an alien. Maybe he has an alien thing recently. He plays the strong silent type, and everything I say is words of wisdom, so listen up. He fits the bill of the mysterious, menacing being here. I mean, it's mostly his voice that just cuts through everything and calms everything down. There's also Willem Dafoe as Tars Tarkas.
When I saw you, I believed it's something new.
I didn't know it was him. I couldn't tell from his voice until I checked the credits. He's a voiceover alien, so no real acting here. His voiceover wasn't bad. There's other people, but John Carter and the princess are the key here, I think. Apparently Jon Favreau, director of Iron Man, had a cameo in this. See if you can find him, and if you remember where he is, do tell me, because I totally missed him. Nitpicking. The movie drags on a bit, especially the beginning. It takes a long time to set up the whole why am I on Mars sort of thing. To me, there's too much American Civil War stuff. I mean, there's a good scene with a Breaking Bad character, which is nice, but then again, I thought it just dragged. I'm just like, we want Mars now. Because I mean, the trailers is all about Mars, so I mean, why would you not let me go on Mars like faster? And actually on Mars there's not enough fighting for my taste. In the trailer it's like, whoa, fighting everywhere, and then when I actually get on Mars I'm like, oh, okay, now I gotta do this, now I gotta talk about this, and then I'll fight somehow, and I'll talk about something else, and then I'll fight again. That pacing was kind of eh. Trailers made it seem a lot more crazy epic, but I expected more fights. The alien race that Strong plays is never really explained to me well enough, I think. They just exist to push things along faster. I see that as a kind of weak. I mean, they remind me of the observers from Fringe. It is kind of weak overall, as this race, like of Mark Strong's race, is the total driving force as to the affairs on Mars. Like, No Mark Strong character, no affair on Mars, and no problem for John Carter. So I would like the better explanation of what's going on. I mean, I wouldn't even care if Mark Strong's character was like, oh, we're overtaking the Earth sort of thing, so we're just prepping Mars up for something. That would be even crazier, instead of we're just doing things because we can. I like the whole mannerism of the American Civil War with John Carter and the Princess. It's like, ma'am. Pretty polite there. The humor at times were pretty funny, especially during the scenes where he's adjusting to his gravity difference. Yup, that was pretty amusing. Visuals are pretty nice. I mean, you have the whole landscape of Mars, which looks different from Earth landscape. I mean, there's no trees at all, which is different. A lot of rock, sand, desert. Aliens were kind of cool. You have 4-arm aliens, which is kind of crazy and stuff, and you got some crazy dog, fast moving dog, and you got white apes. Mars visuals were kind of nice. Just being on Mars was kind of cool. I mean, I haven't been to another planet in a while in the context of movies. Recommended to want some sci-fi action to hold you over for some upcoming stuff like Star Trek and stuff like that. Check it out. I mean, Cheaps Tuesdays, for sure it's worth it. I mean, whenever the movies are cheaps on, whenever the movie is cheaper for your area, definitely check it out. I mean, it's worth it. The trailer makes it a lot more epic than it is, though. I mean, I knew that it was false because I knew there was the American Civil War part. It's just that the trailer is just sort of fooled everybody. There's a lot more emotion and drama than is actually shown in the trailers. Overall, I enjoyed my time on Mars, or like they would call it, Barsoom. Yeah, the Mars people called Mars Barsoom. I look forward to the sequel. Yes, there's a sequel. Not really spoiling anything because they already planned a trilogy for this. So I just hope they make enough money so John Carter can be John Carter of Mars. Also, I haven't seen any alien-related films in a while, so it was pretty nice to see, ooh, not a human, and just sci-fi stuff. Purchase on a Blu-ray? Yeah, in the future, whenever it's cheap. I realize this is never a good judgment call, as I would just buy stuff when it's cheap no matter how good it is. Since everything is overpriced nowadays, I mean like a $40 Blu-ray and stuff like that is just ridiculous. That is my review on John Carter. See ya! So remember, new videos on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Like it, subscribe, and check it out!